Yo, what is going on YouTube? In today's video, we are going to be talking about the absolute best PC settings for Arc Raiders. Make sure to drop a like. Let's get into the video. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Again, these are going to be the best PC settings. If you have a console, you can kind of mimic these just a hair, especially with the FOV and whatnot, but these are going to be more geared based to the PC players. Again, these are my personal preferences. I am gaming on a 5070 Ti, so take that with what you will, but I'll make some suggestions as we get along. We're going to go through a complete in-game settings for y'all. So let's go ahead and get started with the gameplay. So the HUD position, I have stretch, show reload progress is on, show damage direction on, crossplay on, server automatic. This is pretty basic. I think everyone kind of has it like set like this. Let's go ahead and go into the controls. I'm going to kind of go through these. These are all pretty standard with the exception of a couple. So I'll kind of scroll through these and you can kind of pause the video and select it to how you need to. Biggest thing is I have dodge roll and shoulder swap set to my mouse. I feel like these are easier for me to utilize, but you can go ahead and select these and customize these as you see fit. Everything else is usually pretty standard except push to talk. I changed that to caps lock. Let's go ahead and jump into the graphics settings. So these again are super customizable. This is my personal preference. This is what I see to get the max FPS boost that I currently have. I think I'm currently hitting about 180, 185 in game. So let's go ahead and go into window mode. We're going to start with display settings. This is borderless full screen. I think you can play an exclusive mode, but I like borderless full screen. So whenever I'm streaming, I can just scroll over real quick and look at chat and reply back to if I need to. NVIDIA DLSS frame generation. This causes a lot of latency in your graphics cards. I highly suggest to turn this off, but if you are unable to get the FPS that you want, you can go ahead and turn it on. But keep in mind, you do get latency with this. VSync, I always set to off. This also causes latency, so that's why I have it off. NVIDIA Reflex low latency, I have on plus boost. Frame rate is unlimited. Let's go and jump into the resolution scaling and anti-aliasing. I have my upscaled resolution set to 100%. Highly recommend matching your monitor's display resolution. That is why mine is at 100%. I am playing on a 1440p monitor. My resolution scaling method is set to NVIDIA DLSS. My NVIDIA DLSS quality is set to DLAA, and my DLSS model is set to transformer. Again, I'm playing on a 5070 Ti, so you may not have these options, and if you don't, under DLSS, you can actually just set this to quality or balance, and that should work out perfect. Under graphics, I have field of view set to 80. I have that maxed out. Motion blur off. Motion blur intensity 0. Let's look at the ray tracing. So here, this is where it starts getting super interesting. I have the NVIDIA RTX global illumination set to static. My view distance is set to epic. Anti-aliasing is set to low. Shadows is set to high. Post-processing set to low. Texture set to high. Effects low. Reflections medium. Foliage medium. Global illumination resolution is set to low. In-game performance overlay, I utilize the Steam FPS counter, so I actually just turned that off. Idle energy saving is off, and active window energy saving is off. Let's go ahead and take a look at the audio. I just have output to stereo / headphones. Night mode, I have it set to on. This actually boosts a little bit of low, so that way I can hear footsteps just a hair more. Mute game when minimized off. Music during gameplay off. Master volume set to 75%, effects volume set to 100, music is set to 0. Again, I stream, so this is completely up to your preference. Dialogue volume is set to 100. Party voice chat is set to 100. Proximity voice chat I do have set to 200. This is max. I feel like whenever proximity of voice chat comes through, I can barely hear them, but for some reason the party voice chat sounds perfectly at 100%. And that may just be preference out to me. Voice chat, have it enabled. I put my microphone here, put my output device there. I have the Elgato Wave XLR, and that's why I have those options set there. Automatic gain control is set to on. Party voice chat mode, push to talk. Push to talk set to default. I normally am in Discord whenever we're doing party chat, so I don't really need to talk to others, but I may change that in the future. We'll see. Proximity chat is set to caps lock, push to talk. Rate of voice heard nearby is set to off. So this is interesting. If you turn this on whenever you're in proximity chat, you can actually have AI utilize it kind of like takes your voice and generates it to this generic thing. That's why I have it turned off. I want them to actually hear my voice. Show subtitles set to on. I'm old. Text size small. Should be set to large, but again, I'm old and I just set it to small so I don't have to see it. Background opacity 0%. Let's go into accessibility. I have all of these default with the exception of my crosshair, and we'll kind of go into that. I have T-cross set. Weapon crosshair center dot is set to on. I made it green, and here are some settings that I'll just kind of scroll through. You can kind of pause the video and go through these as you see fit. Again, most of that's pretty basic. Mouse and keyboard, I play on 1600 DPI on my mouse through the Logitech software, and so horizontal sensitivity set to 25, vertical sensitivity set to 25, zoom sensitivity is 100%, scope sensitivity is set to 100%. I do not play on a controller, so I have not configured those settings, and I believe that concludes the video. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow my Twitch. I stream daily almost, and I'll be more than happy to answer any more questions that you have over there. Again, have a great day. We'll see you later.